Welcome to this mini course about Git, GitHub, and GitFlow for beginners on Windows. Let's begin by defining what a version control system is. It is an application that manages the changes to a set of files over time. It keeps track of every modification committed in its database. Every commit is assigned a unique ID, which is a SHA-1 hash. Therefore, when a mistake is made, the author can revert back the changes to a previously committed version. The author can also convert the current version of a file to the ones committed in its history. Git is an implementation of a version control system particularly developed for programmers. Its main goal is to support distributed, non-linear workflows by allowing developers to create and commit in their own branch before merging and committing in the main branch, or what we call the master. How to install Git on Windows? Open your web browser and search for Git downloads. Click the first URL and hit the Windows version. The latest version of the Git binary should be automatically downloaded. This is version 2.26.2. After download, install the binary and open command prompt. In the command prompt, type git version to verify if Git is successfully installed on your local machine. Here I'm using version 2.24. After successful installation, set the default committer name and email by executing the following commands. Git config --global username and type your name here. So here, let's try Edward Legaspi and the email is czetsuyatech@gmail.com. But I have already set this variable in my local machine. That's why if I type that command, it should output the value, which is czetsuya@gmail.com. These values will be used when you commit your code changes into Git. Let's start creating our very first repository. So go to a folder where you want to create your repository. Me, I'm inside this directory, and create your directory hello git and go inside that directory and type the command git init. And here we see the log that our repository is successfully initialized. We can also double check that by typing the command git status. So we are on branch master. There's no commit yet in this repository and we have no file to commit. Let's create a readme file. Notepad readme.md and create, and let's type hello. Save and close the file. Now we should see our readme file that we have just created. So let's add this file into Git by executing git add that. It means that all the files that are newly created, modified, or deleted will be added or will be tracked by Git. And it's recursive. So there are directories inside the hello Git folder. All those changes will be included. And we can check the status again by executing git status. So here we can see a new file which is readme.md in green font color, meaning it's a new file that is being tracked by Git. So to commit this file, execute the command git commit -m added readme file. And again, execute git status. So here we don't have any file to commit because we already committed our readme file. Let's try modifying the file again. notepad readme and add hello world. Hit save and close the readme file. Again, type git status, and here we can see the modified file in font color red. So let's try committing this file again, git, but before that, add it to the file that will be tracked by git or will be staged by running the command git add dot and check git status. So we have this readme file again that is modified, that is staged. So we can commit this file, added world, and check git status again, and here we can see that again there's no file to commit because we already committed our file. And if we want to view the history of our commit, we can do so by running the command git log. Here we can see our first commit, which is added readme file, and the second is added hello world. Now, what if we want to delete a word or a line inside our text file? And let's add the hello world in the third line. So save the file and close the file. Run git status again to see the changes. So git status is helpful to see the files that have been modified. Now, if you want to see what's changed with the file, you can run the command git dip. And here we can see that we have added the new word world in the third line. And this second line has been modified. Again, let's add the file, or let's stage the file so that when we commit, it will be included. Git status, and here we can see that the readme file has been modified. Git commit, added world in third line, and let's check the history by running git log. So here we can see that the last commit, which is this one, has a status or has a log added world in the third line, which is our last commit. We will stop here and we will continue in the next video with the same exercise using Git inside Eclipse. So a quick break and see you in the next video.